As I suspected, 32 flavors.
That's my opinion!
Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome to Friday Night Comic Shop Talk episode number 28. And D. Bud Martin said, "Hail 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser." Hail D. Bud Martin. Loyal to the channel like he is to many other great channels. How's it going, sir? Hope your Friday night is going good. So I guess I'll get underway. So yeah, my Friday night is good. Me and the missus, we went out to a ghost walking thing where we got to go around the town that we live in, a little suburb town. We got to learn about the old haunted things that happen in our area with all the old houses and buildings and the old theater and all that. So the opera house, we got to learn about all these crazy like supernatural things that happen. So it's really cool. It's really fun. We had fun. Nice cool walk around the town. It was great. We had pizza earlier. I know, shock pizza is there. Ah, Pat S. Pat S. What's up, Pat S? He's got a clown. That's great. What's up, Pat S? What's up, dude? Tehalam 29. Good to see you, and great to see you, my man. You and that wonderful Super Sons avatar with the actual proper Super Sons. Thank you very much. So yeah, it's great to be back here. No, after having a nice night, and I know Halloween's this weekend. Go back to Berwyn. No, that's good. You know, Pat S, fun fact, I actually did live in Berwyn. When I used to work at a Borders bookstore, for you guys in the chat. I used to work at a Borders bookstore. It's kind of like in case you guys didn't have one down by any of you guys in the chat. It was like a Barnes and Noble type of store, Walden Books. I worked at Borders, and there was a book at my store. It was called Chicago Haunts. And I remember going through that book, and for some reason, by chance, I saw that house that I used to live by. I lived on 3015 Wesley Avenue in Berwyn when I was a kid. 3015 Wesley Avenue in Berwyn, Illinois. That was the address from like the early to mid-90s. I heard urban legends about this house that we lived by that was haunted. I just kind of laughed about it. Didn't think about it. I was 10. I was like, who cares? And now all of a sudden, here I am, 10, 11, 12 years later, working at Borders. And that same house is in that Chicago Haunts book at Borders that I saw. I'm like, what, dude? No way. So, yeah. I remember, though, I saw one weird thing about the house. Like, it seemed like they never wanted to close the doors. It was really weird. I remember seeing, like, what looked to be like two twin girls there all the time. It was like, are their parents who live in the house? I don't know. But, yes, Pat S., that was also creepy. No, dude, I didn't take it seriously when I was a kid. But now I'm just like, bro, that's cool, man. But, hey, anyways, guys, Pat S., D-Bot, Tehalam, cheers, guys. Cheers. All right. Happy Friday nights. Our Friday Night Tights is going on. They're at the tail end. So I'm glad you all can take your time to join me. But I'm going to introduce my fellow panelists here because they have all waited quietly and kindly enough. So let me bring them in. Hailing from down under, he is Mr. Grant Gregory. What's up, dude? Oh, he's not here. Sorry. He said private chat be there 5. All right. Well, Grant will be here in a minute. So, Fenrir the Ice Wolf.
Nick, dude, listen to me. I got a suggestion for a flavor you gotta test next time. The traditional sandwich. I mean, I know it's just simple bread and cheese and shit like that, but sometimes you just gotta go back to your origins.
Yes. Well,
sandwich is
going
good.
back to square one's good, man. Square one's good. Yeah. How you doing, dude? It's been a while since you've been on here.
Yeah, I've been having some problems. Plus, I've been kind of scared. I'm gonna ask this question to the chat. Should you be afraid if your ex-girlfriend mails you the old teddy bear you gave her once? Should you be scared about that? Because I'm kind of freaking out. And it's close to Halloween, a cursed day, so who knows?
Dude, so you've had crazy ex-girlfriend, and have you been reading anything? Well, what's going on in the world of Fenrir?
Well, I've been going
there
back
on the other side of the world.
As you said, it's good to go back to the origins. I've been reading the good old New Gods, the first one from Kirby.
Ooh, awesome. Well, don't talk about it now, but I'm glad that you're reading it. So, but that's good to know. So, I can't wait to hear what you got to say about it, because tonight, as I, we were talking about backstage. It's just going to kind of be like a big old free for it. We're just going to have fun. We're going to go nuts. And it's going to be glorious,
Great. Wouldn't
man.
have it any other better way. Sometimes you just got to let it all go and speak some shit with the guys.
Yes, that's what's up. All right. And we got another guy waiting here backstage. He's another regular on the panel here. Mr. Clobbering Times. Hello, hello, hello.
What's up, buddy? Hello, chat.
Hello.
Federer, good to be, dude. I'm proud of you. Reading some old Kirby there, man. Way to go, buddy.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it's amazing. I mean, it just shows the morons of today can't do storytelling. I mean, they say we need to introduce new characters. Well, these guys did it perfectly well and organic. I mean, I saw the introduction of the Black Racer, the Mobius chair, and Mantron, the whole New Gods Patreon going on just by reading these runs. And it's amazing how they just did these characters back then. It wasn't this huge thing, and they were great.
Yeah, and he was kind of allowed to take his time a little bit at the time, do it over 4 different series. 3 different series. So, it's amazing stuff, dude. Too bad he didn't get to finish it at first, and later he went back and was able to kind of wrap it up with a graphic novel, but that was much later. So
nice. Hey, what's up, David Serta?
Which one of that is? Because the one I'm reading mainly is the one from from the
it ended abruptly again. Well, it started in Jimmy Olsen, and it was also in Forever People. Then the New Gods comics itself, Mr. Miracle was also a title. Then later it got canceled. Then there's a Jerry Conway.
I'm asking which one of the New Gods ones you're writing, because I don't want to stop reading it all.
Going to tell you.
That's what I was about to explain. Okay. Then when Kirby left DC, there was a series called Return of the New Gods with Don Newton doing the art, and I think Jerry Conway doing the story. It purported to finish the thing. It didn't work. He ignored it, and then he went back in the early 80s, or the mid 80s, and did a graphic novel called Hunger Dogs. And that's where he at least closed up his most, and he could tie up all of his loose ends, but that was him putting sort of a cap on it a little bit.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Cowabunga it is. Hell yeah, dude. So this week, I had a Indiegogo delivery coming. Oh, whoa. We got another arrival here to the panel. Welcome one and all. He was on my birthday stream, debuting on the YouTube world for the very first time. I don't know if this is a second. Maybe he's done more since then. But please welcome on here, Mr. David Serta.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Hey.
Thanks for having me back, Nick.
Pleasure.
I actually went crazy, went on another live stream at like 5 in the morning because I was so pumped up that you guys might not know this, but not only did he bring me on the stream, he brought me in on his own birthday stream. That's how cool Nick is. So I always appreciate that.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
You had a birthday? You had a birthday? Did when? Nobody told me about it.
Oh, I love it. Oh, and we got an Iron Caster as well. He does have a camera.
Yes.
But he's
the
here.
Dwarf King has arrived.
Yes.
The Dwarf Gundam King, I mean.
How's it going,
One moment. I have this taken care of.
Oh, he's got it taken care of.
There he is.
There he is. Hello.
Oh, and he's a Jedi now. Okay, Iron Caster, here's a warning. Run away from the number 66. When you hear someone screaming that, just run away.
Let me clarify this to the Islington girl. It was last month, but thank you, though. It was last month. That was for when you did
happy birthday.
Yeah. She's just nice like that. She's always been cool like that. So it's all good. But so anyways, back in I think January, maybe February, when I was about I guess you could say officially official on Yelling at Park Cars with Comics Division and the Dix Boys. Any excuse to party at the patriarchy, she says. Let's do it again. Maybe we'll have to come up with the half one. 34 and a half. But anyways, Mr. Red Gaze had been promoting a book on Indiegogo called Sunsworn. And, well, lo and behold, it has arrived, and it arrives in this really nice box here. So look at that. Yeah, let me
Nice looking
get rid of
art.
this. Yeah, right. Yes, we are official. Ayakashi Ronin, dude. Nice artwork, dude.
Dude.
I know, right? That was like some Ninja Turtles artwork on there. Sunsworn Swings of Vengeance. So
Nice.
yeah, I know, right? So it comes in this little box. So I'm guessing it opens here. So you guys are basically seeing the unveiling. Oh, I love
Wow.
bubble wrap. I
Lot of
love
care.
bubble wrap. Yeah, right. This is straight up.
Oh, wow.
So there's like a brochure too. Yeah, there's a brochure. I didn't know they'd have a brochure, but hey, cool.
You can stream an unboxing just for that.
I know, right? Who would have thought?
Whole unboxing, just showing the whole book and
Dude, I'm a
Bubble
sucker for bubble wrap. I straight up, I love bubble wrap like so much, and I will not apologize for it. That's
yeah, it's like
Bubble
that
wrap
little
is
childhood
popping bean.
spirit when you see it and you just want to pop it.
hey,
Some people
it's
order shit-
Courtney.
Hey, Courtney, some people just order shit just for the bubble wrap and they throw away whatever they ordered. That's a fun fact.
Yeah, I can't even believe people like that exist at all.
They probably don't.
Apparently,
I just made them up.
we are official. Okay,
just
I
made
guess
them up.
we're official. Cool. Hey, let's be official. And Ising to go says, I may be drinking, and it's Courtney. Hey, dudes. Hello, hello.
Ladies, we got ladies here, guys.
Right.
Sucking the guts, guys, with the Ghostbusters.
Oh, hello. Okay, so we got the book here. Okay,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. There's stuff in back too. Ooh.
Were those trading cards?
Yes. Oh, look. There's a thank you for supporting. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, there you go. You can see
there
it.
you go.
Thank you for supporting my small business. It says. I
You
also
see- you
want to
see
take
that-
the sticker
that-
off. That's cool.
See, that's something good. Showing love to the consumer. That's always a good move.
You got it, buddy. That's right.
Man, I'm gonna save the stickers because it's actually a really cool sticker. And
Hey, Nick.
I can't save it. What's up, David?
Did you find that on your own, or did somebody recommend that to you?
Red Gaze, who has a channel as well. He has what's I gonna say? He was promoting his book on yelling at parked cars. And on yelling at parked cars, he was promoting the book. I'm like, and then in our private chat on the live stream, I'm like, hey, dude, your book that you just pitched, I totally just backed it. And I'm like, I'm not gonna go on the panel and say anything, but I'm just letting you know between you and I in secret, I backed it, dude. So we're official. And right, oh, we got some nice little show of cards here. Yes.
Oh, there you go.
All right. Ooh,
Nice,
ooh,
man.
guys. Oh, here we go.
Wow.
We got some trading cards here. We got Harula Vice, I think. But these are nice cards. The quality on these cards are very nice. So there's
I like
that one.
That foil they got around the edge.
Yeah, right? No, here, let me show it again. Oh, yeah. Right there. And
I
then
like that.
And then you got Asder Sunsworn. Ooh, I like this card. Yeah.
There you go.
I know, right?
Excellent.
Yeah. And then we got Trip Vengeance. I'll have to message Red Gaze about it. And of course, there's a sweet. Ooh, this really feels like a really nice sticker. Nice sticker too. Oh, this looks like a nice sticker here. So yeah, dude. Yeah, I know, right? Really happy.
Man.
I know. Oh, he signed it. I didn't realize he signed it right there. So I guess his real name's Steve Lee. Red Gaze. He's the YouTuber. Sunsworn. I'll be reading this, and I'll probably do a review of it for the channel. So that's what I got to do. But yeah, just wanted to show that off. We also got a few other guys here. And let's see here. Wow, we got a lot of comments there. I see Justin Normie. What's up, Justin Normie? You and I official. What you guys got? No, Isn't Kitchigo is just a cool friend because that's how friends roll. And then what's up, Normie? Do bet. Well, I got no response to that, man. You and I can talk in secret on that. Hello, Jace. How you doing? Her dress was savage. I'm assuming you talk about a card. Captain Deckard Spock, what's up, dude? I date the dragon. Right? That is a bad singer. Red Gaze, yes, that would be Red Gaze. That's right. And there, Ironcast right there. That was the Indiegogo that he was doing that I backed. And guys, we got two other awesome gentlemen waiting backstage who waited kindly and long enough. Hailing from down under, he is Mr. Gregory. How are you, sir?
Yeah, guys, how's everyone doing? Can you hear me?
Hello
all right?
there.
Hey,
I got my new setup. I finally got my microphone ready to go, and at the moment, everything is legitimately being held up by duct tape. I will give you a quick look just to show, like, I'm not kidding.
No, what?
The only
Yeah,
thing
so-
stronger than the force of it is, of course, the duct tape.
Oh shit, it's fallen.
Red Gaze, just
And apparently the
More
dark side
tape,
won.
man. Just more duct tape.
Yeah.
Wait, here's what I
That
always
would be
like to
the
say
link
about
to
duct
the
tape.
Sunsworn campaign, which is still in demand.
All right, before I let the last guy in, here's an age-old saying that's not age-old, but hopefully in 10 years will be considered age-old. If duct tape is not working, use more duct tape. That's it. That's it. That's the
How does
same.
that work? Okay, I've done that move and it never worked out for me.
Oh, it's worked out plenty of times. Just
Well,
use
let's-
more.
My uncle was a very wise man. He said, "There's nothing that duct tape can't fix." That was when he was a doctor. He's now a plumber, but it still applies.
It
Was your
still
Uncle
applies.
MacGyver?
Wait. He was a doctor, then became a plumber.
You know, he was his uncle was MacGyver.
I hope he
Well,
wasn't
you
using
got-
duct tape.
Nobody
when he
remembers
was a
MacGyver
doctor.
and duct tape. Come on.
You know.
The Richard Dean
Hello,
Anderson version.
Sherry. How you doing? Nice to see
Sherry.
you here. Hello,
Lovely
hello.
Sherry.
And then, last but not least, of Midnight's Edge, he is Pablo of the Geetrapology.
Pablo.
Oh man, how's it going, dude?
I was
Hello.
just hearing about someone that was doctor, then became a plumber. Was he perhaps just, I don't know, a proctologist?
Oh.
He was checking the pipes.
Oh, yeah. Cleaning the pipes of the back.
Proctologist?
Man, were you laying pipe or something?
My man.
Sorry about the delay. I was playing Age of Empires 2, and I forgot how addicting that game can be. So
Oh, it's all good, man.
Yeah, games can be addictive and annoying.
yeah. If you
I
have
just learned
played-
that El Chapulín was going to be in Fortnite.
Oh yeah, that's great.
That ruined my Halloween.
That's
I'm
completely
not going as him
crazy.
again.
All right, hold on. Justin Army, that link is for Red Gaze. He's on Twitter and has YouTube. Red Gaze GAZE. That's his Indiegogo for his book Sunsworn. So just to answer the
I mean,
question.
how did
but-
they even get the rights?
I still have no idea. There was a huge legal issue about the characters because stupid shit. So, yeah, I don't know how did they get the character, but El Chapulín used to have a comic book.
God, if
So-
Fortnite got it, I mean, Disney can't be that far away from managing something like that. My
Mhm.
God, they
Marvel
would ruin
characters
it
been in
beyond
Fortnite.
belief.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't Thanos and all that in anyway? And I'm
Yep.
Everyone's been there.
I was gonna say who
Including the
hasn't been
Fortnite is
there.
Fortnite's like that lady in the docks. All the sailors know.
hmm
they even put Martin Luther King in there, which went over like a ton of bricks.
Oh, that was a joke. A couple of
All
friends of
right.
mine just went playing and throwing tomatoes at it.
Speaking of tomatoes, segue to a quick mini subject, guys. On Rotten Tomatoes, Eternals is 1% away from a 59%.
Wah, wah.
1%.
It's currently at 59%.
I'm looking at 60 on my thing. Maybe it updated, but I got 60.
Wait. Eternals.
Oh.
Really?
Yep.
When I saw it was at
Does anybody
57%.
believe
I'm
How is it-
actually
It's a
kind of
60
shocked. I'm actually kind of shocked, and I had to bring this up because I almost didn't believe this. This does warrant a conversation because it's one of those movies where it has all the things that is expected out of modern entertainment, and the fact that it did not hit 85, 90, 95, whatever, it almost is confusing because nowadays, like if I see a bad review for most movies, I think okay, maybe the movie might be slightly enjoyable, and I see this, I'm like, I still don't see how it can be enjoyable even with these reviews. It's really weird. Like it almost doesn't feel real. And according to the Islington girl, she says it made 59. It did splat. So okay, well maybe if we're lucky, it'll drop back down more and it will stay down there. I just wanted to mention that, like, holy crap, that's it's just something I didn't see coming, and I want to make that a segue.
My theory for this is that Disney forgot to pay the critics.
Exactly. Or are the critics no longer going to be at the premiere for the next Spider-Man?
No, there's a lot of things. First of all, this movie has been in the camp for how long? Almost 2 years.
I guess 2 years.
At least
a couple years.
Yeah, that means that all the money that they had spent on marketing material, on basically everything, is mostly wasted.
Well, I mean, not just that, the interest on the loans that they do with it would have been exorbitant with it. So, like, just pure and simply from a money-making standpoint,
exactly,
it's not looking good.
Yeah,
so exactly, it had no soul. I mean, they could have saved a little face and probably got a little bit of love if they respected Kirby's image. If they kept some of the suits, some of the ship designs, even that method of drawing he has to do energy, where there's these crazy
Kirby
bubbles.
Crackle.
I think it was called the Kirby bubbles.
Kirby Crackle.
Yeah, they could have kept that too. The Kirby Crackles. They could have kept that too.
Well, speaking of Kirby Crackle, I actually started reading the original Jack Kirby run.
Me too.
And, for you're rereading. So
yeah, but that's 30 years, dude.
Dude, I honestly believe that book might be your.
Hold on,
Clobber, I honestly believe that book might be your Bible.
That's not even in my top 10 favorite Kirby things, but like I said, Nick, that's about almost 40 years since I've read it, so it's like never having read it. When you're that old.
Yeah, it's gonna be like brand new.
So it's brand new, and I'm loving it more.
But does anybody actually care about Rotten Tomatoes anymore? Does anybody here think they have any credibility?
I don't think it's
fun
not
now?
about that. It's more of it's the fact that we're so used to seeing this type of media outlet be such a shill for this particular franchise. It almost doesn't feel normal. It's like that they're not so, because especially since this movie was made to appeal to that type of demographic. That's the argument.
Like you go to all this effort to appeal to a certain demographic, and they're the ones that go, dude, we don't want this.
And then Nick, I cut you off there. What were you saying about the book?
Oh, about the book. So I'm around 70% of the way through, and I'm gonna finish it probably tomorrow, and then restart rereading it from tomorrow till Wednesday. But dude, like, I actually enjoy it. Like, I don't think it's like this incredible book, but it's a fun, solid story, and of course the artwork's amazing. I do like Icarus, so like I think he's great, and I like seeing that appearance with Sprite, and Sprite's just like that scene where it looks like Icarus is giving Sprite a spanking is so funny, because like this scene's so not going to happen in the movie. I laughed so hard.
No, yeah, it won't. Specifically now that they made him into a girl.
I may have to dig for that page, because I've been reading it digitally. Go ahead, Clubby.
Are you going to review it with us next Wednesday night with Mark and I? You're welcome to. But make it, man.
If you're good with me being there, I will try and make some adjustments.
Of course, you're invited, man. But
okay,
it's casual, buddy. You can make it great.
Okay.
Look, real talk when it comes to that series. And this has been one of the biggest knocks on Kirby. He's my god. I only met him twice. He's the greatest geek of it times I've ever had in my life. I love him. He's the king of comics. But anyone can be criticized. This is some of his greatest art ever. I love that insane art style on this. He really he was great with ideas, concepts, and even story, plots. He was always deeply criticized about his wonky scripting style and the way he writes, and it is stilted. It's got problems. Now, Stan's is so dated. People just love to say how Stan's was great. Stan's was worse. Stan's was really, if you go back and read those now. But Kirby didn't have any kind of a flair that Stan had for it either. So it's a very stilted writing style. If you read that now, you're like, wow. But the story idea is really solid. The concept's amazing. And the characters are interesting. But that art, like I said, especially
the characters are very interesting.
Casting it from my phone and blowing those panels up on the
right.
Beautiful stuff.
Right? No,
What-
Klobby. I'm glad you meant like that. The Celestials look insane.
Oh,
I
God,
love how the Celestials look like. I'm
Seriously.
going through it on my phone and just seeing the
Yes.
art digitally, and it's making like I'm like,
it's beautiful.
whoa! It's a wonder
seriously,
to look
Kirby
at.
was the master of making magic and technology look amazing together.
Yes.
Nothing. There's nothing like a Kirby machine.
No,
A Kirby machine is unlike any other thing you ever see.
Guys,
Insane looking.
What actually made Stanley actually incredible at writing was that he was verbose. He knew a lot of different words that nobody else used. Other than
He was
that,
good at that.
yeah,
But he's
I
also
will
a really
give you.
cornball.
He was kind of crazy.
Oh, it was nuts. I mean, look, if you read those Lee scripts of the '60s,
I mean,
they're
I'm gonna be
they're
honest.
cringy. They're
Any of you
cringy, dude.
seen? Good question. Any of you seen that art design of the Negative Zone Kirby did a couple of years back? When I first saw that, I honestly thought this guy must have been totally high. How did he come up with all of this?
And yet,
I
he
mean, but
wasn't.
it also looks like the neurons in the brain as well. Like when with all the different nodes and everything in there and how we envisioned it. Now we know that's exactly how the neurons in the brain work. So you're like, was he on some sort of
It's
higher
insane.
plane when he did it? Like it's just
Well,
even the proportions and everything.
Again,
I mean,
it's
no one-
possible
tell
that
you
he was
this.
very high.
I can tell you this: after a certain point in his life, and this to his 60s or 70s, they took the car keys away from him because he would just to drive down the street. He couldn't really focus on. They said he's always thinking, always creating, always imagining, and they were scared that he would drive. He would hit things. He's always creating things. That's why he's the most prolific comic book artist in history, and it's not even close. He's always imagining and creating things. That's why he was the fastest. It's why his ideas just are astounding, and in all the different genres of comics that he revolutionized, and he revolutionized 3 of them in different decades over 40 years. No one even. That's why he's the king, and it's not even close. And
Right.
yeah, so he was a hyperactive imagination to a point. And it wasn't nothing to do with drugs either. This guy's a World War II veteran hero who. Well, watch the documentary Kirby at War. It'll kind of tell you why his art was affected the way it was.
Wasn't he against
I mean, the guy almost
psychedelics?
lost his arm. So
Leg.
yeah, you can probably see why.
Like,
No,
Oh,
but
yeah,
he was
right.
against the psychedelic, right?
Why do I confuse those two?
huh? What's that, Pablo?
He was against the psychedelics.
Yeah, he was totally against that stuff.
Yeah,
But and yet
that
you would
is
think he
what
was
I
totally
remember.
nuts. You'd think he was always strung out on LSD. If you look at a Kirby collage, I don't know if you've ever seen a Kirby collage. They're insane.
They are absolutely like it feels like you're on like some LSD type of trip. Like it's absolutely insane. Look at the colors going around. You're like, whoa! Like you imagine someone on psychedelics. What's going through their head? They're seeing that. Like
Either the man's soul was connected to the eyes of God, or he was just.
I'm proud of that. Hey, that helped save comics when they were being destroyed by Congress.
Oh,
Kirby did.
what?
When
Dude.
comics were under,
You mean the
Comics
comic
Code
book
Authority.
authority
The witch hunts.
whole debacle?
huh?
You mean the whole comic book authority debacle?
Yes,
The 10 Cent
basically,
Plague?
the congressional witch hunts that were trying
Yeah.
destroying horror comics and even superhero comics.
That
Kirby
happened
saved it with other
in
genres.
comics, and then it happens on video games. On 93, we have the hearings for
Yeah.
video games, and it went all to shit. So, yeah,
And
don't
then it
let
happened in tabletop
politicians.
games.
I was going to say, don't forget tabletop.
And then metal.
Hey, Klobby.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
Klobby, I ran into the character Etrigan, the demon
Yeah.
Etrigan. And I did
love
not
him.
know that was a Kirby creation until the other day.
Gone,
Wait,
gone.
Etrigan is a Kirby creation.
Yeah, gone,
Yes.
gone. The form of
The
man,
demon
rise the
Etrigan's a
demon
Kirby.
Etrigan. Yeah, Jason
How
Blood.
did I
killed
never
Kirby.
realize that?
Next year's his 50th anniversary.
Yeah, no, God.
I was
I
watching
love
Justice
Kirby.
League Dark, and
Yeah,
that popped up, and I was like, "Oh wow, geez,
Yes.
I'm nowhere near at the level of knowledge that you guys are. I just kind of
None of us are at the level of Klobby.
Ironcast.
Yeah.
No,
we
no,
each
no.
other a few times.
We
No.
Guy
tried.
is, he is,
Yeah, I
he
thought
I know
is
that's
nothing.
maybe.
Etrigan's number one fanboy.
I know nothing, but yeah, Etrigan. I love him. I mean,
Yeah, okay.
I love the demon. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, yeah. There's some nice Kirby reprints of the Demon comics. Those are
Okay.
what series.
So Anonymous just tipped me some sweet money for $3.95 and says, "Hello, Nick fucking wiser. And guess, of course, it's Christian. I got early start tomorrow, but I was not going to bed before giving you my weekly shot. And yeah, dude, one of these days I will buy you rounds live. Cheers, buddy.
Wow.
And
Nice.
cheers to Mr. Christian DeLorme, sir. I got a glass of whiskey here, so that's a cheers to you, my friend. My excellent Doctor Strange glass. So cheers. And I see Gregory, Ironcaster all drinking. So everyone's drinking, cheers. And if you're not drinking, I love you as well, too. Cheers even to the straightas, eh? I have equally respect for them because you give us less competition. So thank you for doing your services and making sure that there's room for me to drink and for all us other drinkers. Thank you for your services. And cheers to Christian DeLorme. I cannot wait till that happens in person one day. And what's up, awesome one? What's up, David?
I got to be more prepared for this. I feel like I need to go up to the 7-Eleven or something. Get it.
Oh, dude, you're okay. I have ice cream
here.
Oh, but you have ice cream. Oh, what kind of flavor?
I mean, I put a sandwich up for him. I hope that's enough.
Hold on, no. What kind of flavor do you got, Klobby?
I have ice cream. I'm a sissy. I don't drink, never have.
No, but what kind of flavor ice cream?
Salted, was it salted sea salt caramel?
Oh,
I
love sea
Boy, is
salt
it good.
caramel.
Yeah, man. That's close as I get to alcohol.
Okay. I'm going to totally concede some real truth here.
glass.
I would trade my whiskey and the glass to have some of that sea salt caramel that you're having right now, because I used to have this salted caramel gelato in my local area.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it was legendary. I didn't like sharing it. Like, you can imagine how ruthless I was about not wanting to share it because it was so rich in flavor. Like you would have every bite and you don't want to stop. You just kept going and going. You're like, you're just kind of gatekeeping yourself. Like, no, it's mine. I'm not giving this up. That's how good it was. Bobby, you and I, the day we meet, we're gonna have some ice cream now. Now this will be a thing. You and I having ice cream is gonna be a thing. It's gonna be glorious.
Indeed. I can't believe how good this is considering it's from Walmart. But yeah, okay. It's Walmart brand.
It's salted caramel, though.
It's Walmart brand. I guess it just proves that you can't screw up salted sea salt caramel. I mean,
it's all about that salted caramel. That's what it is.
Yeah, buddy.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I don't know. I wouldn't order it from Wish just to test that theory.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you want to be careful.
Yes.
I like Davis, David Lopan. Look at that. We're not put on this right to get it, Mr. Benton.
So, Ironcaster,
what's up?
You've been reading Something is Killing the Children?
No, I haven't had a chance to get that yet.
Okay, because I know James Tynion put out a spin-off book this week that takes place in the same universe of that said series titled House of Slaughter.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if the core character who's in the book is in Something is Killing, but I read the book and it looks like, the House of Slaughter is like a school. And I'm like, okay, this is really kind of messed up. But I'm kind of curious because this kid's going into the school and he's like, it's like they're teaching him how to kill. I'm like, okay, what is going on here? I'm like, do I need to read more Something is Killing to understand this? But I'm intrigued at where this could be going. Instead of Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters, a school for crazies. I'm like, man, this definitely sounds like a horror story that has my intrigue. And I've been reading to read Gunslinger.
Isn't that basically the Xavier Institute also?
Right, except with crazies instead of gifted.
No. Isn't it already that? A school with crazies?
Oh, are we talking modern day X-Men?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. But I'm saying I don't want to talk about the modern X-Men.
They are not crazy. They are fabulous.
They're
Marvel Comics
villains.
in 2015.
What's wrong,
They never
They're
published any after that.
villains. They're villains. We don't want to
They're
talk
genocidal, racist jackasses.
Yes.
I can't believe Professor X altered everything just because of one person who showed him a bad future. He's seen numerous bad futures in the past and never changed. Yet this one did. Shitty writing, I tell you.
No,
But guys, there are good books out there.
There are good
Nick,
books.
Nick, I
What's
just
up?
bought it. I just bought a copy of it.
Oh, House of Slaughter?
Yeah, only the
Oh.
Comixology version, but yeah.
Oh, no, it's all good. What's up, Thomas Gilkey? How you doing, dude? Nice to see you here. The Gilk Man has arrived. Shout out to the Gilk Man. Pleasure to see you, man. I loved meeting this guy. I know I'm bringing up Vegas again, but it was definitely a pleasure to meet him. He's a very nice man, that Gilkey is. He's a very nice man. And hello to It's Courtney's Fellowship of the Oddballs. So,
hey, Courtney.
Yes, hello. And
How do you even remember Vegas, Nick? I've seen the videos. It didn't look like you did anything.
Party night, guys.
You know, it's
Two cameos. Two cameos.
Yeah, I'm in the intro and I'm in the new Dan Vasc edited video. I'm like, I was like, okay, they can take me out. I'm already in the intro. That's good enough. And nope, they had to keep me in for the new video, which I didn't even apply to be in the new video because I know Bryce Day's in it. He does awesome like pose thing, which is badass. Shout out to Bryce Day, wherever and whenever you are, sir. And I'm like, hell yeah, Bryce Day guys. Well, I was excited for Bryce Day. I even commented on Dan Vasquez's video. I'm like, hell yeah, Brightest Day.
Ginger Ninja was on there as well. That was pretty cool.
My boy. Yes, he was. Yeah, the Ginger Ninja. Shout out to the Ginger Ninja. And the Guiltman says, Nick Weiser's crazy when he's drunk. Well, I'm not gonna deny anything here.
That's an image I'd like to see.
Yeah, there was a shot that someone went past. There was about 10 drinks in front of Nick. They were talking to someone for 2 minutes. It panned back, and I swear all the glasses were empty.
I don't know. I just know things happen when people party.
Where's the rum gone?
When Ryan said he couldn't keep up with you, and he was in his state, I knew that you were having a good time.
It's just
I remember sending you a message like the day the new intro premieres. Like, dude, you're in the intro.
Yeah, I remember that for the original intro that's on FNT. Yeah, like I didn't expect that because I remember like we were outside the what was that bar called? The Millennium Fandom Bar, and we were out there, and Gary, Quarter Black, me, Matt from Fall Ball, and a bunch of others. And all of a sudden, I think it was X-Ray Girl who got her camera out, and she said, and she shows like a video screen that showed us like the lyrics of Friday Night Tights, and we were just shouting them at the screen. And I was belligerently hammered. Like I look like I conquered a cheeseburger and then like down to wild turkey after that. And then we were just shouting at the camera. And I'm thinking, holy crap, that was fun. I didn't know that was going to amount to being footage that would be used for FNT. Even though, from what I've been told, that they did say that they were easy for it. I wasn't paying attention because I was just so focused on getting the lyrics right for the camera. So, that is good. So, I can't wait to party with everyone and meet everyone again. Whether it's KlobbyCon, we'll have ice cream, and him and I will have some burgers or pizza, whatever and whenever, however, we'll have a nice, glorious food coma is what we'll do. We'll eat so good.
Big chances I'll be there next time.
Yes, sir.
Because I want to party with you, Nick. It's like the kind of guy just gets ready to die partying.
The
amount of things you eat, I don't think I could beat you on that.
Well, you don't need to dream. You just gotta make sure you survive partying with me is what you gotta do. Like me and Matt from Fall Ball, like Matt and Vidge are the culture crime fighters, but me and Matt are the culture partiers. Like we put us two together, and that is the combination that is we're the first ones starting, and then we're the last men standing when the night's said and done. That's how that shit rolls. So
I don't even know how you two are still alive.
Well, Matt was.
I think they're Eternals.
That's all that.
Yeah, but these ones aren't shit though.
Except
at least they're not shit.
If I had to be one, I'd be Icarus because Icarus kind of has like that mentality where like he just wants to do some damage. He's like I just want to be a hero and do some damage while I'm having fun at it. So I'm like, I definitely would be Icarus. At least as far as reading the original Kirby run, I would definitely want to be Icarus. And he seems to really have a thing for a UBA sprite art. He seems to have a romantic interest for Cersei. It looks like. So I'm like,
yeah.
I can see that. Oh, yeah, right. So okay, I get it now. All right, I get with it. So no, seriously though, like now that I'm more than halfway into the book, like I'm just like it's just a nice, solid, fun book, and like it kind of goes a little over the place at times, but it's just like it's at least the characters are fun and. Some of the lines are really cheesy, but they're so
and
good.
they're not always talking about diversity and do this and that and
it's problematic.
Stupid crap.
They're not, but they're also the characters really are their own characters. Like you can say, okay, like regardless of how you feel about Sprite and how she looks in this upcoming movie, you see what you see in this is just like a brand new teenager.
It's
who's
now
super
canon.
powerful.
The movie appearances are the new modern canon ones.
Go ahead, Clobby.
Yes, and by the way, they're trying to make it sound like that. All these stupid these stupid changes, these gender swaps and stuff.
Yeah.
This is from comics. It's not.
Done like here's the modern sense.
Years.
They're using the reincarnations chambers and saying that every couple of times they come back.
Let Clobby go.
No, just saying. No, it's cool. I'm just saying that this has been 2 years. Okay, the movie started this gender and swap crap, and now the comics that are doing it are just coming out this year, in like Eternals Volume 5 or something like that.
Oh,
but they're claiming, hold on, this is from comics. No. The Marvel Comics division is bending over, kissing ass to the movie doing it.
Yeah.
And now Sprite's a girl.
They don't give a F about if it happened on the comic books or not.
And they're not even trying to tell a good story. I mean, it's even stupid how they say it because it doesn't make sense. Every 200 times they die, they always come back in a different gender and race and mentality. It makes no sense.
Right. Kirby didn't do that. They did. Idiots did.
All right. Mr. Christian DeLorme $5 says it's Christian. When we meet up, it's Prairie Fires and Old Milwaukee. Plus, I will be paying in Canadian pesos. Still want to drink with me? Shout out to the Islington girl, a fellow Canadian.
Pesos. More worthless than actual pesos.
No, hey, as long as you have some whiskey with me, you have a deal. You give a little, I'll give a little, Christian. That's what I say to that. We'll do that. We'll call it even, and we'll make sure it's a night of drunken debauchery filled with bad decisions, and it'll be a night to unremember. That's what I say to that, right? I'm in, but I'm 60% of the way through, and you can actually. The thing is, obviously the movie's still a week away, but the characters do all feel like they have their own personality, like. Cersei is the one who likes to blend in with the crowd. Like she likes to kind of be the one who embraces the humanity aspect of life. And so okay, I see what's going on here. You got Crow as well. Crow's a deviant, and he's trying to win over Athena. And no, so you're okay. Like these characters all had their own identities. It doesn't feel like a writer who says, okay, they're all going to talk like me. Like, every character has their own voice. And that I got to give credit to Kirby for that as a writer, because that's such a detail that's so missed in the last something X amount of years. Even from, dare I say, some of the better books of recent years. It's nice every character really is their own personality. And I love that. And even I love Ajax suit too, and Makari suit. Yeah. Like their suits. Makari. I love the Makari. Well,
now Makari's a girl.
Yeah, he was the best of all the Eternals back then.
Is that the
I love Makari. Now Makari's a girl. Yes, that's one of them.
Now he's a deaf girl. Well, right? A deaf girl who doesn't make sense strategically in combat. I mean, the Eternals are supposed to be perfect.
Eternal being deaf. It's so stupid.
I mean, they're supposed to be perfect.
Right.
The embodiment of everything perfect of the human
beings, yes.
But you got to remember, though,
it doesn't make
not
sense.
about the comics anymore.
There you go. That's right, Ironcaster.
Well, they put it out there. I had to mention, I think it was Feige. I think if it wasn't Feige, it was someone who said within their studio that they went with this property because they knew, because it was lesser known characters, they were hoping they could get away with changes, or there would at least be less blowback or pushback.
I believe that.
I'm pretty sure Makari
Like
has
you
been
said that.
around the Marvel Universe a bit more than the other Eternals.
Even
I mean,
before,
I'm pretty sure he's not that less known.
No, you're right. Makari actually, because he's based on Mercury, and he was actually in some earlier in Golden Age incarnations at Timely Marvel before Kirby took him in.
Yeah, he was the runner
Makari.
too, right?
Right. Yeah. He was the hurricane or something like that. One of those. But anyway, what I don't understand is I understand that they like to do their little gender swaps and crap like that. But if I'm not mistaken, I mean, you may know, Fenrir, isn't this actress playing Makari actually deaf or something? So they thought.
Oh yeah, she is.
An actual
she
deaf,
most definitely is.
Because we did find out today that one of the guys playing one of the gay characters in the film is straight.
Oh,
so
God.
Yeah,
that's
Kumar guy.
problematic.
The
That's
Kumar guy.
problematic.
The Kumar
Pretty
guy.
full paw against the powers that be.
Yeah, they can't even.
I was literally waiting. When were they going to scream about that? Because
they can't
I'm waiting for when they decide.
Well, he'll be gay next week just because.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for them to decide to.
No, he's
got
going to be bi.
And
he's
get mad when there's an actual blind
women.
man playing the character.
Yes,
Sorry,
exactly.
I missed that, Iron Castle. What'd you say, bud?
They're also talking about that. You heard? They want to get a blind dude to actually play Daredevil.
Oh yeah, that's
not
gonna
even
go
joking.
well.
Not even
Oh,
joking.
Dark Shadow Logan in the house. What's up, Dark Shadow? Nice to see you. Not once, but twice this week, sir. Hail to Dark Shadow Logan.
Hail.
Nice to see you, man.
It's
so go
kind of
on.
easy.
Go on, Ironcaster.
I was saying it's kind of easier to sit back and just let all this happen when I look at it as Marvel Comics ended in 2015. The universe was literally destroyed.
Make it 2009.
That's the end point.
Some might make it. Go ahead.
They did an event called Secret Wars because, let's yet again, that was like, honestly, I think that was one of the starting points where they started to really recycle their events. And they literally destroyed the entire 616. They destroyed every universe because after that event happened, they recreated everything. They brought Miles Morales over into the main universe. They were able to just try to bring in all different stuff. You had a lot more changes come in. Like the X-Men were all just gone.
Yes.
Was that Battle Planet one?
It was Battle World.
Battle
It was
World,
what they brought back. Yeah.
Is that the one where T'Challa burst Doom when he had the Infinity?
He was basically God Emperor Doom.
Yeah. I mean, I can remember when that came out. I remember enjoying it, but then hating the ending of it, but not really remembering what happened in the middle.
There was a lot of fun stuff in there with it because that's where they did Renew the Vow.
Yeah, I remember them. It felt like what's his name? Jonathan Hickman was trying to do like a Game of Thrones type of story, but with the Fantastic Four and Doom. And I get the idea of Reed and Doom being rivals, and I get the idea of having Doom finally embrace being a demigod wizard as he should be. Oh, and Assad Ribic, he's trying to be Alex Ross with the artwork, but Game of Thronesy. I'm trying to think what was it about the story that just felt flat to me. Because, yeah, there were some cool parts in there, but I don't know. Maybe I gotta reread it because something about it just came short for me in the end about it.
And then promptly stop after that. There are no more Marvel comics after 2015.
I blame Kane.
That's why they can't take away the Iron Fist from Danny Rand.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. That is
wasn't there a time where it was wrong that only Asian dudes can do martial arts? Wasn't that the whole point of Bruce Lee teaching other people?
Yep, that is true.
Oh, Dark Shadow Logan's comment here. Kirby's colors and artist direction and detail was amazing to me as a child. Reading this off the rack. Wow. Hell yes to that comment. Yeah. Keely Chow. What's up, Keely Chow? I want to highlight some of this art because, Roll Tide to Keely Chow. It's just, I had to bring this up because you look at this art and you're just like,
crazy.
wow, this is
Just screams amazing
insane.
adventure.
There's no wasted negative space.
No.
there's not.
Exactly. The background's there now. He was in the early issues. He was inked by John Vuporton, who knew not to step all over Kirby, and then Mike Royer, who became one of Kirby's acolytes. But yes, the inkers didn't. I mean, they just did what Kirby wanted them to do. They didn't erase things like Vince Coletta, and they didn't do a lot. It's really just Kirby doing almost all of it. Although Mike Royer was pretty good, but yes, the backgrounds. Grant, you said it all. His panels are always busy. They're always moving. He can tell a story in one panel. Look at that. That's moving.
Awesome.
Kinetic
Dude,
energy.
look at the
energy.
Look at the color in that. Oh, what's up, Makani?
Look
How
at
you
the
doing, man?
expressions.
Hey, McKinney.
Don't take when I say this, don't take it as an insult to Kirby. It's like it's a good kind of noisy. There's no wasted space. It's all filled, but it all seems like it's filled with purpose.
Yeah, it's filled. It's not filler.
It's telling
look
you a
at-
story.
Look at that expression of terror, of
In
absolute
theater.
terror.
No,
The
look at it.
background,
Look,
the energy.
I love the yellow. I love the yellow in this.
This is one of my favorite parts about Kirby's art. Literally, just look at that. It's amazing. Beautiful, actually.
2-page spread right there, probably.
Oh,
I mean,
D-Bud
Good
right here.
dynamism. Yeah, on that path.
His pinks and his purples, the way in which he was able to turn. Like, I'm not a big fan of pink and purple, but everything that he does that involves pinks, he just mastered that, especially when it comes to the surreal. And you got to have a complete environment that's purple, and it makes perfect sense, and it fits, and you remember it. For me, Kirby. That's what I always remember the most about him. About his
The
art.
thing you could remember
green
about
and yellow.
the thing you should remember about this particular series is Kirby was, because he'd just gone back to Marvel and they lured him back there, they gave him almost complete editorial control. So even though he did the layout art and all the pencils and let Verporten and Mike Royer do a little bit of the inking, those colors are all dictated by Kirby. He got to make all of those decisions. So though he wasn't the colorist, but he decided on the colors.
So he decided the colors. So that's still important though, because it's his vision that's coming to life.
Absolutely.
Guys, wait for this. Wait for this one.
That's one of my favorites.
Oh, look at
Arishim.
that. Oh.
I want to see that in the movie.
Right?
I mean, just look at that.
You see Ajax at the bottom left corner. That's Ajax. He's with the archaeologists as well.
Now Salma Hayek.
Yeah, right now Ajax is Salma Hayek. D-Bud here. Yeah, right. Me too. Kirby's dynamic art on Fantastic Four is what got me buying it regularly, even though I couldn't read it. I didn't even be able to enjoy it. See, enough said.
That's right.
Said, and all right.
I mean, just asking this question, you guys. You're a simple dude in let's just say the 1400s. You see this thing going out of the sky. Wouldn't you just bow down and worship it as a god?
All right. Christian
Before after
here.
you pee your pants.
Yep.
All right. Oh God, Christian is challenging me here. He says whiskey is for pussies, Nick. Tequila and Tabasco is a man's drink, right? Better yet, Nick, I will give you French Canadian moonshine. Tuck you in an hour. Hasta la vista, Yankee. Love you, Nick. Oh man, you son of a bitch, Christian. You were awesome, dude. I like moonshine. I actually like it. I would love. I've not had French Canadian, whatever. But let's do it. Let's have that moonshine, man. Thank you. That is
regular moonshine with poutine in it.
But seriously, like, oh my God, I love. Even I can't imagine. I'm in a world where I'm convinced by whites. Look at the whites on the thumb and around the hand, and you're like, dude,
oh, that's gonna get clipped.
Yeah.
The only
What's up, Joe Kicks Ass?
Kirby Squiggles. And
Kirby Squiggles.
If you also to put it in perspective, Nicholas, about when it comes to Kirby, the magazine that I have every issue of that started by Two Morrows, I've probably mentioned this to you before, called the Jack Kirby Collector.
Yeah.
It's been going since, like I said, since 1995 or 6. I have every issue of it, and I don't know if you could name any other magazines about any other comic book artists. But the Jack Kirby Collector, that was a running feature in there called, quote, Kirby as a genre. You know any other comic book creators are, and because of how copied he is, how not just that
what's
style.
amazing?
People don't always check the style. People copy his structure.
You know what's incredibly amazing?
Ability.
Yeah,
it's incredibly amazing. Kirby has been gone for many years, and still to this day, a lot of us talk about him like fanboys in the first day. I mean, God, the man has touched so many. I can bet you I can bet you all my money that no one is going to remember a single modern writer of today in the same way.
Not possible.
Dude,
Ever.
before knowing anything about comic books, before knowing anything, I knew who Kirby was. I knew Kirby, I knew Stan Lee, and I knew Ditko. And that is
Ditko.
They are literally the foundation of what you will see if you are researching comics, or if you even want to get into comics. So he is literally the basis of comic books nowadays.
That's the best thing Stanley ever said, was naming him the king, because it's true.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, Stan gets a lot more rep. I mean, Stan gets a lot more rep and name and everything, but it was pretty much Kirby on the top.
Well, I have a lot of criticisms of Stan, as you know, but that's one thing I give him credit for. The best thing he ever named, because Kirby named everything else for Stan. Pretty much was naming Stan the King. I mean, it's naming Jack the King. And he is, I mean, in every single possible way, he is that. He's the king of the art form. He's done more comic book pages than anybody.
Yeah. Oh, God. Before you go into that, I'm going to mention it. What's up, TZ Canadian? Yes, Keely Chow. That is why we are here to do that. Once in a while, we'll have a moment to vent, but most of the time, we talk about the good things, the good old days is what we're doing here.
For fun.
And yeah, it's exactly that. Cobby said best, for fun. And keep in mind, Kirby's pretty consistent. The quality of his artwork and pumped out more in a week than most of today's pros can do in a year more. And to bounce off of him and Clobbering Time, I have heard legends that Clobby would get 4 pages done in a day, or I'm just like, if that's true, how does a man's hand survive like that? Five and up. 5 pages.
He was. There was a point at the height of his career, which is why his arm almost fell off, where he was getting out 5 titles a month, 5 comic book titles a month of 20 pages or more.
Did he ever sleep?
Say again.
Did he ever sleep?
No, not much.
Well, no, you know why his art is like that. You can have hallucination after not sleeping for a while.
No sleep for 24 hours can cause a lot of hallucinations. That is true.
Hey, Nick.
When he moved out to California. Good.
Hey, just to show you guys real quick, I pulled something up on an auction site.
Okay.
It's currently ongoing. To see how popular the Eternals #1 at a 9.8.
Okay.
Is it at 1,825 and still going up with 4 days left?
Holy fuck.
So, and that's one of the cheaper ones that I'm seeing. So his popularity, it's still there.
You know what's amazing about that, though? That's called key collecting, and movies do that stuff. And all out through the 90s, probably and certainly up into the 90s, I was getting those out of the quarter boxes.
Yeah.
I bet.
Then when they started with dollar boxes, you could grab every issue, all 19 issues in the annual, for $1 on many occasions. This movie key collecting crap that is really ruining the hobby of comic book collecting has done that to a lot.
It's ruining the hobbies of comic books in general, dude.
It's terrible. But as far as collectors,
video games,
the hardcore collectors,
guys.
And just to speculate
I love this page.
I mean, just look at that ship and compare it to the one in the MCU. This one kicks its ass.
Love it.
Doesn't it make you want to just live in a Kirby universe?
I do.
Everything.
Well. I mean, Iron Cat. So we got to see the statistics. I mean, I would not want to live in a superhero universe in any way. I mean, the chances of dying are huge.
Yep. Yeah, but what are the odds that you get superpowers in a lab accident?
Well, Iron Cast is funny you say that. You know what we almost got back in the 70s?
What?
A Jack Kirby discovered theme park called Science Fiction Land. It almost happened. Based on Roger Zelazny's concepts, he was drawing it. Remember the movie Argo with Ben
Affleck?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's a character in there that represents Jack Kirby that this midget left, that he helped draw out their plan to get those hostages and stuff. But it was around the same time he was doing Lords of Light and helping to design this thing for science fiction author Roger Zelazny called Science Fiction Land. Imagine that theme park. You should see the designs for it. I'm like, I want to go there instead of Disney. But
Man,
Disney Bland.
Bland.
no,
Do you say
it wouldn't
Disney
be
Bland?
Disneyland.
Yep.
Disney Bland.
Disney Bland.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it's not.
Hey, Mr. Tickle Trunk. Hey, dude, if you gotta go to bed, you gotta go to bed. But if you can stick around here, whatever you gotta do, man, I appreciate you dropping in, whatever the intention was, whether it was intentional or by accident. I appreciate you dropping in, dude. It's all good. And Dark Shadow Logan says, speculators have been ruining the comic industry as a business, and for collectors since the 90s when they did the Death of Superman number 75 has been downhill in many ways since then. I can hear where Logan's coming from, but I'd also argue, I mean, obviously with the image boom as well, because all those people are like, oh yes, Youngblood #1's gonna put my kids through college, like type of deal. Like,
Did that ever actually work for anybody?
Yeah, it worked. At the beginning, it
At
worked.
the beginning, yeah. Sorry, Pablo, my bad. Sorry.
No, after that, everything went to shit because everything was too pricey, and it's the same that is going on video games, and it's exactly the same strategy. You see something that people are just picking interest, and you overhype it, you overinflate the price, and it will never go low.
Just look at
I think I
that
saw that.
seriously.
Wait, what year did this come out?
1978.
So this predated Alien.
Yep.
This doesn't.
Looks a little
I'm looking at this, and all I
familiar.
think of is the space jockey from Alien.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Maybe it was maybe it inspired it.
Maybe Ridley Scott was
this
inspired
is
by Jack Kirby.
wasn't it like 70, 75, 76?
I think this book was
Alien was
78 or
Alien-
78.
Alien
Alien was
is
79.
78. But, well, maybe
This-
Geiger was
Eternals,
a
right?
lot into Kirby, and also Geiger, he actually did a lot of drugs.
Or didn't
Yeah.
sleep that much.
Good for us.
Yeah, right. Very good for us.
Before you change, Nick, on that one, what I like
Yeah,
about
yeah.
this one is you get three different perspectives of hype because you've got the
Oh.
people down at the bottom left-hand corner, and then you have the bigger ones who look like minuscule compared to the. I'm assuming it's the Celestial in there. I'm not too sure. I don't know who that character is, but I like the fact that you've got a sheer size determination from it, from seeing the people to the different ones to the giant. And I think it's something that's lacking, a bit of perspective when it comes to depth that you see in a lot of the modern stuff. Because they all want that hyper right up in your face sort of thing. They don't take the time to go back and show the whole picture.
It was 76, by the way. Those came out, but yes, that's one of the four host giants or whatever. I can't remember exactly. But
Okay, yeah.
yeah, great stuff.
Yeah, I only knew about the Eternals once Thanos started killing them, so that's when I got into them. So
Yeah, they started popping up. I mean, there were a lot of other comics too after this. I mean, they were all over Marvel, which was weird because in the first couple of issues, you might have noticed, Nick, it doesn't really feel like it's part of the Marvel universe.
I think actually that's how many comic books in the past felt like they were their own thing in their own universe specifically with nothing else going on.
but that's great.
Yeah,
That's what you
even the
want.
art change.
Yeah, you want them to
Which-
stand on their own feet.
Yeah, okay, Clubby, yeah, to answer your question, sorry, I was refilling my booze, but yeah, no, you're right. No, it really, when you read the book, it does feel very well self-contained. It really does. Like, you can almost forget that it's connected within the realms of the Marvel Comics realm,
At
because it
least
really does.
early on for sure. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, early on. You know, obviously, like, even though, like, even with the whole New York City setup that's happening, too, it still feels like its own thing, like, and that's saying a lot. So either way, though,
Kirby didn't just do it with the Eternals. I mean, in the New Gods run I'm reading, I mean, he has Orion going around Metropolis, and Superman doesn't even show up once. There's not even a word about him.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
that's
he integrated it in DC a lot quicker. Actually, he didn't do it as much in his own series. And when this series was ended, they started popping up in Thor and all this other stuff. Eventually, they had in the mid '80s. There was another Eternal series. Sal Buscema and Peter Gillis did, and then like Cersei was in the Avengers. You know, they were taking characters, put them all over the place. So I love this page.
Dude,
my God.
just God.
Whoa.
This is why I'm having a joy reading this original run.
Me too.
Just
the
reading,
art.
like,
Beautiful
just the
pictures.
art alone is
is enough to make you waste all your money.
Yeah, I think I see where Jamie Madrox got the idea for his shirt from.
Could be. You know, this is cheap. At least it's cheap on Comicology. You can get the compilation of all the whole Kirby run for $20.
Yep.
It's a little over $20,
Yep.
a little or a buck an issue, as opposed to the ridiculous prices for the regular.
Well, Comixology had a sale, and I took advantage of it a few days ago where I bought the Kirby run for $8. So
really,
I was just like,
It's
yeah.
$20 when I got it.
I took advantage of the sale.
If you use a VPN and put yourself to India, you can actually get it for a quarter of that price.
Wow. Nice.
Yes, that's right, Tickle Trunk. My boy is huge right now. This Celestial looks so epic in this photo. Like, you see all the guns trying to shoot this thing down and realize, oh crap, we cannot take this thing. There is
you can see the
no
desperation.
chance here. Yeah,
You can see the fear in their faces. I mean,
Remember, you got a slight glimpse of one of some of the Celestials in one of the Guardians films, and they probably won't look anything. And it looked okay, and then they probably won't look. Yeah.
No,
Oh, what
in
happened this way?
in Guardians of the Galaxy, actually, they look really, really cool.
Yeah, they did.
they did. I remember.
This is
God, look at that.
Is nowhere ahead of the Celestial in the Guardians of the Galaxy?
yes,
Yeah.
it's ahead of a Celestial.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Well, no, yeah, Nowhere is the head of one. That's right. But they also
Yeah, that's what I
showed a couple of the flashbacks.
Yeah, with the Power Stone when I was just wiping a bunch of people out.
Yep.
Yes, yes. And again,
Yeah, it
like
looked
this
a
page,
Celestial, but actually
this
looked like
page-
one. So
yeah. Oh, absolutely. Look, see, everyone's moving on this page. I think the great comic book artist Barry Windsor Smith, or was it Walt Simonson? One of those guys once said that Jack Kirby was incapable of drawing an uninteresting comic book page. In other words, there's always something going on. There's always, like I said, it's action, it's movement, it's color. It's just astonishing.
It's amazing.
Oh, I love it, and I love also like you can really tell too. He really takes care of the faces because a lot of even good writers, or sorry, not writers, pencilers, they can sometimes make their faces look similar, but like. He makes an older face look like an older face, a younger face like a middle-aged face, like boy, girl. They all have their own like look going on, like, and that's not obvious. It's easy to make that little mistake where the faces can look slightly similar, but
Yeah.
he makes the characters really all have their own look, like facial wise. So it's for me as a fan who pays attention to those little things to see, oh hey, look, he's got that down. And Dark Shadow here with this comment. What do you guys think on this one?
Absolutely
Dude,
agree.
there's layers to it. If you
Well,
see,
that is true. They were both linguistics in a way.
Absolutely agree with it wholeheartedly. One created an unbelievable, extraordinary world, as in Tolkien, that it's been loved and will never be forgotten. Kirby did it multiple times in the same vein, really. And he created pictures, whereas one was a wordsmith and one was just a master of pictures and images. So yeah.
Fenrir, you got a plug away?
Yeah, I gotta bounce. I got
all
some
good,
extra
dude.
stuff to do. Let's
Thanks
find
for
some
hanging
books.
out.
Yeah. I gotta really apologize, guys. I haven't been making to a lot of these lately. I've been having some problems, but I promise next week I'll be back full force and I won't be going away so easily. Just got some things to do and worry about. I mean, still, I really feel literally. Should I really be scared? I mean, my ex sent me this back. I gave her. I'm scared. Arncastra, if I don't contact you in the Gundam stream, you already know I'm gone.
Oh, man.
Just saying,
Keep your
you should
powder
all
dry,
be
buddy.
afraid of our exes.
dude,
Keep
let
your
me
powder
tell
dry.
you this: if that's from an ex, use protection, and I mean not like a Uber. You need a weapon.
Yes.
All right, dude. Well, thanks for hanging out, man. I'll be seeing you soon. All right. Be well.
All right,
Take care,
All right,
buddy.
peace to all of you guys.
Good seeing you, buddy.
Peace,
Take care of
everybody.
yourself.
have a good one, champ.
All right.
Peace.
That's Fenrir's channel here at the link,
Never fall
guys.
for the ducks.
Go ahead and check out Mr. Fenrir the Ice Wolf. Thank you, Fenrir, for your time and for hanging out. I know you're on the other side of the world. What's up, Austinator? And merry day of evening. Awesome. I love the awesome one. So, okay, let me go back to where we left off. just making glorious art. Like, we'll just see. We don't even need to show the panel. Let's just have the art just take over.
Dude, there's layers on this. First of all, you can see that they are not going straight. They are actually going in a curve. Also, you can see at the top of the image, you can see the feet of other characters.
Macari. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you
each
can,
one of the characters has such a unique pose to them.
exactly. So you can actually see them, the direction that they are moving, the way they are moving, and you can see the distances. So it's amazing. The quality of this image alone is crazy.
And they're all flying differently too, different poses.
Yep.
Movements.
Yeah.
It's got everything
And the
Kirby has. It's
speeds.
got spectacular, images of bodies and machines back in the background. And again, look at the depth behind them, like the mountains. And they're on Earth, but they're on, of course, Olympia, which is basically Olympus.
Yeah, right. About basically Olympus. Yeah, that's what I thought about too.
I love
That's
that
filling
about
up the
that.
Olympus.
I love that he took the Olympian gods and just said, that's not what they really are, but it is. They gave them a nuance to their existence.
Oh,
It's phenomenal.
it is.
The ideas of what he's
Was that
doing
like
with
with
the myth,
Athena and all that?
with the myths. Yes, they're all in there, but they're different.
Yeah.
They're not exactly they're Eternals. And yet they're in the Marvel
yeah.
universe with in Thor and all those guys. Dude, I love this.
Oh, look at that. Oh,
That's crazy. Can you imagine seeing that in the movie? And the thing is, we live in a
wouldn't
time where you can
translate.
do that.
This
You
is
can
the
do that now.
Yep.
right. This is the day and age. This is the prime time golden age where you can do it and make it look like that, and we're not.
No, they'd rather have diversity and they'd rather kiss their own asses and smell their own farts, as they say. But hey, look, you don't need this. You have some sex scenes of a certain type.
Dude,
like that.
if they are so into inclusion, why they don't include quality?
Oh,
because it's racist.
Or blue people. We need more blue people.
yeah,
It's talking about racism.
Blue lives matter.
It's phobic, dude.
Dude,
Blue
I
androids.
have been reading Dr. Voodoo, and
No.
there's that panel where he goes, "I am Dr. Voodoo, the gunner of God." And he's crazy amazing. He's excellent.
I gotta sit down and read these tonight. I know I'm doing
But-
after the stream.
Oh God, here it is.
Yeah,
Ooh.
oh yeah, I love this.
Right.
Can't do that. That won't happen in the movie.
In the
That-
whole series, in the whole
What?
Dr. Voodoo series, they never say once that he's black. Once. They never
Oh,
reference
it all starts
once.
here. He has. Look at the bottom right panel where Icarus says he hears a call, as do I. What a pity that it sounds at such a gratifying moment. And then Sprite says, "Gratifying for you, opportune for me." And then all of a sudden, if you look at the panel to the left, it says, "Yes, Icarus, don't spank him anymore." Margot, that's Margot. Yeah, that's her name, Margot.
Margot Damien, yeah.
Wait, who's playing Sprite? Is it Macy Williams or who's?
Some little girl. Is it? I don't know the name.
Greta Thunberg.
Well,
For you.
I was gonna make a joke about the spanking, but if it's Greta Thunberg, go ahead, spank, use a bat, whatever you need.
Mr. Tickle Trunk is right here with this comment. We live in an era where Kirby Crackle can be done easily using CG particles, CGI Kirby designs, and Henry Cavill isn't James Bond, and none of these things are happening, right? We have so many issues with all this, and not a single one is happening. And tell him, what's up, dude? I'm going to be getting the DC Comics Jack Kirby trade paperback box set of the fourth world.
Nice. That's a lot of reading right
dude.
there, bud. A lot of beautiful pictures there.
And that's a great avatar too, by the way.
Prepared, yeah, right. Prepare to happily have no life. Just immerse yourself. Your eyes, you'll be your best friend. Have no life shamelessly. Immerse your eyes in the visual glories that you are about to behold, because it's worth it, my friend. It's worth it. It's just so good. And hail, small time. Captain Planet is the only one that gets some Greta Thunberg. Oh, you guys are killing me.
Captain
Don Cheadle
Caveman.
version.
Seriously.
Man.
Oh, man.
How dare you?
The Russians are coming.
How dare you?
You know what I notice about
we need
these
Alex
is-
Jones for that.
Oh God,
Hmm?
I'll eat your ass. These
I will
patches, there's
eat
so
your
much.
I told you all the Russians were coming.
I'll eat your ass.
I love this cover.
Whoa, the Unimind.
Yep.
Dude.
I bet that won't be in there. Hey, look, it's Salma Hayek on the cover.
Nah, yeah.
You know, Nick, by the way, I watched a review of the movie. Someone has seen it already. A spoiler-free review of a person I don't even subscribe to him, but it popped up in my thing, and like a 9-minute review of the guy. Don't know him, and he was coming from almost like a normie. I don't know if he was. He seemed to know movies, but he reviewed this thing, and he was kind of all over the place, sort of like he thought it was okay, but he thought it got boring in spots. He didn't mind it. He just, again, he said it's very MCU in some spots and very not MCU in others. And he said the best parts are when it is slower, not trying to be an MCU movie. And this comes from a normie that has no connection like we do.
That is a very odd review.
It was odd. I mean, I'm trying to, not give, he didn't spoil anything. He wasn't spoiling, but it was interesting that the guys come, again, he's not one of us, I don't think. I mean, he seems to know movies, but he knows MCU. He simply doesn't know comics. He said he knew nothing about the group, knew nothing what it was based. He didn't go in with any, he's not like fighting SJWs or any of that kind of stuff. Just a guy who reviews a movie, whether it's any good or not, which is fine.
Do you remember who it was?
No, that's fine. There's sometimes it's always good to have that normie perspectives because you want to have the fanboy side of things, but you also want to see where the normies come into this. Because at the end of the day, the normies are the majority who are gonna see these because they're gonna see, okay, this is based off of something that has history to it. I'll check it off, and obviously the Marvel name has a brand recognition to it, and on top of it, obviously the most successful franchise in movie history. So there's all this recognition to it. Obviously, it's coming off now in the 4th phase, which has been obviously a bit of a mixed bag, and that's a first for a phase to be having all these like mixed things going on. It really is. It's a first. Mm-hmm. So now we have this movie which has had a lot of. It's I feel like you can make a documentary just based off of the lead up to this movie alone. Like, it all started when they announced that they're going to make an Eternals movie as a response to DC Warner Bros. Say, hey, we're going to do a new Gods movie. And then all of a sudden Marvel's like, aha, we got a Kirby product too, because, it was Marvel and DC playing the whole hold my beer thing with, I will put out the first this. Because, Marvel's still very salty that DC put out the Wonder Woman movie first. So now they have to lie up and down just to make themselves feel special. Like, which I will say, I don't mind the first Wonder Woman movie. I thought it was a decent movie. It was solid. It was watchable. I enjoyed it. I mean, there's definitely some arguments that can be made for it. But I thought it was a solid movie. But obviously the second one's absolutely terrible. I mean, Clobber and that was one of my first streams I did with Clobber. Talk about how trashy that 1984 was.
Dude,
I won't watch it. And I have HBO Max, and it's just the previews with Cheetah. When I saw the Cheetah preview trailer, I was like, what the hell? What the hell is that?
Terrible.
And I'm like, I'm not even gonna do this.
I love that comment from Mr. Tickle Trunk. Sorry for butchering the name.
No, go ahead.
I was eating something. No, dude, actually, I got a message from someone telling me about the Eternals. What this person told me is basically the Eternals is a vile copy of Dune. On the cinematography, on everything, is like they are trying to do a Villeneuve without Villeneuve, and it's not working. So it's crazy.
This guy mentioned Doomed also, yeah.
Yep. So this comes right after Dune, and there's a scene that I was spoiled in the movie where you see the ship of the Eternals, and the direct comparison was when Paul is leaving Caladan on Dune, is exactly the same ship, the shape and everything, but is nowhere close.
Oh God. Mr. Tickle Trunk King, some truth right here, saying normies are always good to touch base with for everything nerd. especially since the things some of us were teased, ostracized, and sometimes physically assaulted for liking are now missing. No, man, and that's true. Like, I've seen the stories, I've heard the stories, and it's sad that that has happened because it's like a lot of those people now are trying to take over a lot of the things that we love, and it's like they just took it away from us, and now they're drunk on power with it. And our buddy here, who's been very, very generous with his tips on the stream elements, Mr. Christian here for $3 says,
Bang.
Give my regards to Clobber. I watch his early 70s comic stream, and that guy won't take any grace for what he does. And tell him I'm 50 years old. Might make him feel young. Love you, Nick. Love you, Christian.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm having fun making those. I appreciate you. You're so
Oh, too good. And yes, the Cheetah trailer was so bad. no, Klobby and I, we did a review on 84 when that came out, and man, we were just, I think that may have been, I did like a 25-minute review
It's
on my
horrific.
channel alone for that. I don't do 25-minute videos. I did for that one.
You know, this guy I was mentioning to you, I don't know if he's a normie. But he's got a huge channel. You probably know of him, but me, I never heard of him. A guy named Jeremy Johns, Johns.
No, Jeremy Johns is huge nerd.
But is he he's a nice dude? He seemed like he was likable in his review. I might not even agree with him on it, but he seemed really likable, a cool dude that was being, humorous. And he doesn't really know anything about the comic.
He's very knowledgeable when it comes to geek culture.
Okay.
He used to do geek culture trivia. He's
Okay.
He's quite
Yeah, he
knowledgeable.
seems like a good dude,
He's the only guy I
so,
like that does jump cuts all the time for their reviews.
Yeah, he actually seemed like a likable fella. He's just coming from a standpoint. He admitted he didn't know anything about the comic book, and he didn't spoil the movie or anything. But he thought he said he saw Dune. He saw Eternal. He saw Doom. He liked it, but it was slow. He said Eternals Dune is slower than that, but it's almost as slow as Eternals. I mean, as Dune, he said. He didn't dislike Eternals. He just didn't. I don't know. He didn't get into any of the the quote unquote SJW crap and that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. He just thought it was very typical. It was typical MCU most of the time. In other parts, it wasn't. He thought the movie was at its best when it was not. When it was just sitting still and talking about its ideas and concepts, which probably means what they do glean from Kirby and some of his ideas from the comics and stuff is probably the most interesting things in it. And he didn't say anything about the casting and all that crap, which we know is terrible. So, take from that what you may. I'm still going to savage the shit out of it if I have to.
No, we're going to have to collaborate, and I'm for sure Friday. I'm in for next Friday for that, so we'll be on your channel next Friday for that review. And I one of my coworkers texted me a few minutes ago. It looks like I'll be a go for Wednesday night as well. I managed to switch a shift, so I get off of work earlier Wednesday. I can do this. So we're going to be doing a lot of working together next week.
It's an eternal week, man.
It's going to be an Eternals week.
I mean, is everybody here going to go see it? Because I'm not.
Don't, David. We're going to take the hit, so you don't.
I'm going to bite the bullet. I owe it to Jack.
I mean, it's like I don't want to start a YouTube channel, so I don't have to go see this. And you guys don't. And then I'll just slide in on your live stream and laugh with you.
Just slide into the streams. Next Friday night on Clobbering Times' channel, us, Mark D with a C, and J-Man, we're going to be talking about this movie at around the same time. So is our channel, my channel tonight, will be off limits, and we'll be on Clobberings, and we're going to talk about this movie. And like Clobbering, I will play fair. If I somehow like it, I won't feel good admitting it, but I will absolutely do it.
If there's anything nice to say about it, we'll say it.
Yeah. Now, if I'm ready to shred this movie, if I need to shred this movie, I will absolutely not hold back. I will make sure there's a few drinks within me by the time the stream starts. Because there is going to definitely be it's weird because even though I've only lived with the Eternals comic of Jack Kirby, I've lived with the Jack Kirby imagery of Fantastic Four from many a moon. So I still have a Jack Kirby attachment more than an Eternals attachment. So I'm going to take it seriously in the Jack Kirby sense and not in the Eternal sense. So because I'm going in from that angle, I do feel like there is a sense of duty on my end as well to show up for this just to see what is being done. And I'm well aware going into it because obviously with the comments saying about how they're looking to go out of their way to change the characters, and you know what? It is what it is. And I'm gonna not enjoy dealing with some of these things already. Like I already now that I've read Ajax, I have a notion of what Ajax is. Now that I've read what Icarus is, I look at that actor, I'm like, he already doesn't look like Icarus, and I have a hard time seeing that he's gonna embrace the personality and the spirit of Icarus. So I'm already like, okay. I have an idea of what these characters are already like. I understand their personalities. I can even give the personality a Sprite, an idea of who Sprite is. But now I know Sprite will even be changed, and that's a weird thing to say because obviously they're shredding on the character earlier today on FNT, which is funny by the way. But I already feel like I'm ready to shred on the movie that much hard because now I know the Eternals comic book.
Man.
So it's going to be a while.
That's the point.
Ironcaster.
You now have that.
I was going to ask if you were going to check out the Neil Gaiman Eternals as well, because that's the one that Polygon and some of the other shill sites are likely to say it's more faithful to, more like.
It probably is.
So it might
maybe
with that context in addition.
John Romita Jr. art to look at if you like that.
I have to jump.
Okay, Pablo, I'll let you plug in.
Thank you very much. Well, plug in. I will just say search for the Doctor Who 94 comics. Is 23 or 26 issues. Really crazy good. I have been reading that out of late. Other than that, dude, I don't know why anyone will say anything about Neil Gaiman when you are talking about Kirby. It's like he doesn't really exist.
That's for sure, buddy. And then again, JRJR art. Remember, you look going from Kirby art to any modern art's bad enough. John Romita Jr. I don't even hate Romita Jr. as much as some people, but a lot of people really can't stand him.
Man. Other than that, well, you can find me on Geek Tropology. I hope to do some content there. Anyway, thanks for having me, man. Sorry for being late and actually leaving early, but
take care, brother.
You're good, dude. Go have a good night, all right? I'll be seeing you soon, all right?
See you soon.
All right. So I got a bunch of tips from Mr. Tickle Trunk, Teasy Canadian, and this must be Christian as well. So we're going to read these off. Mr. Tickle Trunk for $5 says, some scratch for your next pie. Also, I'm looking forward to Klobby's Saturday Star Trek Saturdays. I look forward to those streams every week now. They are incredibly fun. Thank you, Mr. Tickle Trunk, and I know Klobby appreciates those kind words.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, my friend. We have a blast doing those. If you're a Trek fan, it's interactive and everyone has a great time. I really appreciate it.
All right. And then Teasy Canadian for $10 says, hey, Nick, here's some Halloween cash for the kids. Remember to brush your teeth after eating all their candy. Dude, thank you. Absolutely. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. And then Christian for $1 says, a joke for you guys. Why do women prefer sleeping with truck drivers like me instead of comic book reviewers, Latin and Aussie commentators, or middle-aged comic guys? We always back up before unloading. Cheers. Oh my God. Christian, that was a comment of God. I need an extra drink after that. That was
I think I need a cigarette after that comment.
Right? That was glorious. Christian, you are absolutely a highlight tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And what's up, Ruben Christopher Haynes? Nice to see you, sir. And
Ruben's a good guy.
And Mr. Tickle Trunk, thank you guys. I appreciate it. You guys are, yes, and Ruben is a good guy, Ironcaster. And speaking of Ironcaster, Iron, what are you reading this week in the comic realms? New, old, or whatever?
Oh, well, I have one recommendation for new.
Ooh.
And I can pull this up.
Pull it.
That would be Shattered Glass.
Pull it. All right, let's see.
So,
right.
Shattered Glass, to be very simple, playing forward, is the mirror universe of Star Trek, or of Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
So, Starscream here, who is all white with some red, to mirror what the original Starscream was, is the most loyal to Megatron, for example. Whereas traditionally, he's a conniving little one who's always looking to backstab Megatron. Megatron lost his voice. I guess I'll take over the Decepticons.
I love it.
So, this is a story that takes place on Cybertron in the events that lead up to in the start of the Cybertronian War with the authoritarian Autobots.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a chance just to take those characters, take that concept, and have some fun with it. Go off into the weeds and try something different. And you don't have to like stay consistent to what the characters should be, because you're dealing with the mirror universe versions of them, and you're able to kind of explore and try something different. And then it also means, of course, Hasbro can just sell you a new version of the toy with just new colors, which they're already doing for some of these.
And the beard.
Oh,
yeah. Oh.
No
All
beards
right.
yet, although Soundwave did get a headband.
So
I guess
that's
that's the mirror
that's so 90s. That's so 90s, getting the headband.
But look at this.
Oh, dude, yes. Let's zoom in on the Iron Caster.
Oh, there's a hole in the book.
Oh, cream frige.
Oh my goodness! It's melting into space.
Dude.
Oh, look at Grimace on Megatron.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, that is a nice grin. Yeah. I like
And
it.
the variant covers for this, since they always show you what the other variants look like in the back. Like, look at the detail on that. Holy cow.
I like it. I like it a lot. Show me more. Let's see it.
We got
Show
a
me.
page.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Big old
He has
Titans.
shades. The future
Yeah,
so bright. He has shades.
They actually have shades. Believe it or not.
This is one of my favorite books I look forward to every month when it comes out. Check out Shattered Glass.
Wow. Dude. Nice. The man had spoken. Yeah, anything else, Ironcaster?
I don't have any copies of it with me here, but I have been checking out some of these Grimm's Fairy Tales comics from Zenoscope.
Okay.
Which is almost exclusively just like every cover, beautiful women, and takes on a lot of the classic fairy tales from your Alice in Wonderland and Rapunzel and all these things, and it builds up this big old universe full of monsters and terrors and using those stories and those characters to build a whole world of fantasy with other realms of magic and craziness to them.
Mm-hmm. And that's it.
That's been
Oh no, cool. Mike Tyson be very perfect. That's really nice, So it's nice to know that you read these comic books, and it makes me want to read Transformers comic book too.
They're making fun of Mike Tyson like that. Be
One
like
thing
having
in the
this.
mail. I can show off.
Was that Gregory doing that?
No, that was me, Mike Tyson. You talking about me?
Oh my
I'll come in there and I'll kick your ass, baby. Nobody talks about me like that. I'll come and kick your ass. I'll beat you up like I did Buck the Dozen. I'll bite your ear off.
Yeah, eat your children.
And then eat your chicken.
Look out for Little Man.
Oh, no. That's really good. Oh, I
Nick, you touched the cord. Nick, you all right?
You okay, buddy?
Do you need assistance?
Who sent Mike Tyson a link anyway? Come on.
Nick's fallen and he can't get up.
That was really good. I'm crying.
He's kind of easy to do, Mike Tyson. Come on, kick your butt in your ear.
I don't know if that's Scrappy Doo or Mike Tyson or a mixture of the two.
Oh my god!
Actually, they
this
are.
stretched me out so hard.
I can't remember Scrappy. Come to think of it, I know the guy who did his voice.
Happy power.
There you go. Well done. I know the guy who actually did his voice in the live action movie, but he's a jerk off.
Oh, it seems like some people agree with me. Yeah, right, Dark Shadow and Tickle Truck. Seriously, it is so good. And then the fact that it comes from Clobber Times makes it even more impressive because you
expect it for someone like Fat Steven Seagal.
I don't know what came under me. I'm sorry. I didn't.
I think I already need an extra drink.
Yeah, that's what you need, Nick. Knock it out.
Have a drink on me, my son. You're old enough, finally.
I need to stop laughing, but I can't. I get.
It wouldn't be funny if you had less drinks, buddy. I'm just gonna.
No! Yeah, it seems like the chat agrees, and I don't think the chat's been drinking. But seriously, like, come on! Everyone in the chat agrees. Like, this is hysterical.
You ever heard that song?
Apparently, you've got to do that more often now.
You ever heard that song that remember Rush Limbaugh did of Mike Tyson singing that song for him?
No, what?
It wasn't really Mike Tyson. It was like,
My name is Mike Tyson. I am the enforcer. I'm here for Rush Limbaugh. You can watch him with your daughter.
remember that song?
Oh my god! No, I gotta look that up now. And Dark Shadow says he's sober. Daryl the Derelict agrees. It's hilarious as well. So jury's on collaborating. You hit a home run, and then
Sorry.
No, don't you apologize.
Never apologize. It's a sign of weakness.
That's right. Oh man,
John Wayne said that.
John Wayne was right. That's all, man. Whew. That was.
Sorry.
I need to stop laughing.
Your laugh is infectious. It's making me laugh.
Yeah.
I need to stop. I need
Paid the price, that's for sure.
I need to stop.
I think Nick just weed.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay.
Daryl.
Oh God, Daryl, Jesus.
Nick, you gotta read that comment.
Now I'm curious if Klobby's mom saying a German cheese.
I will have to ask her. I don't think she'll know what one is because I don't. So, but I'll ask her. We'll see. You never know.
All right. Anyways.
So,
David
as
Slurdoff.
talking about Mike Tyson, yeah.
This is what I get for talking about Mike Tyson. This whole Sunsworn thing. Oh, David Serta, what's been on your reading list of lately? Whether it's new, old, whatever.
I had just picked up some goofy stuff because, Nick, some of you other guys don't know. I was out of the game for a long time. I had the original Kirby, Black Panther, a run of Archie comics this high as a kid. Got rid of a lot of things, and then I just was not into the pop culture for that long. But I just pick up just goofy stuff like
werewolves
on the moon versus vampires, just for fun. But
dude, that's great.
That's what they're for, buddy, to be enjoyed.
Yeah, they're actually kind of funny. I was surprised, but I was curious because I was talking to Ironcaster in private chat about the resurgence of Spawn lately, and especially the Gunslinger.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wondering how's that going? I know people have been buying the King Spawn. Is that because that movie's been delayed for God, how long now? 2 years as well,
mm-hmm.
at least. I don't even know if McFarlane's going to be able to pull it off anymore. But switching from the old to the new. Any thoughts on the new Spawn? I mean, is it good? I mean,
let's zoom in on Ironcaster's thing here. Ooh,
okay, it's good.
That does look good. That does look good.
I love the use of the shadow.
I like it. Yeah, I like the use of shadow. I'm a big sucker for the shadow. Yes.
And on top of that, Nick, I was looking, because of the nostalgia, I was looking back at some old ones like Tomb of Dracula, Werewolf by Night. Yeah, good luck getting some of those key issues.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. At a 2.0, I think the one with Blade is a couple grand. If you're
of
lucky.
Of course.
But I wanted to show I showed you this before, Nick, on that birthday
Yeah.
show. You hadn't met me. I want you to zoom in. Ironcaster, this is the 12-inch gunslinger.
Oh, dang. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, dude.
Right?
It's got the green eyes. It's total badass. And somebody had asked me how much I paid for it. I don't even remember, but one just went for less than $350 in the box. New shipping and everything. $315. I'm sorry, only $315. And it's just going to keep going up. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah, I gotta grab something.
So
go ahead, grab something. All right. Well, I'm going to read this comment here from Mr. Ruben Christopher Haynes. Let's see what Ruben did. Whoa! God! Ruben! You are nuts, dude. But, oh my God, Ruben, thank you. We're in the same state. I gotta buy you some overpriced rate because Ruben Christopher Hayes for $25 says. Wow!
Yeah, nice.
Mad respect to you, Nick Weiser.
Excellent.
Great panel of Chads. You are all super talented and alphas making soy boys cry. Mr. Grant Gregory, awesome videos, and Ironcaster, great passion for outstanding horror films. Happy Halloween to you all and the chat. Thank you, sir.
Chad,
Thank you. Appreciate that.
What is a Chad?
Wow. Thank you for $25, Ruben. Cheers and motherfucking beers, dude. Come up to the burbs, man. I'd be glad to set you up with a fine, overpriced beverage of your choice, sir. Thank you. Oh man, that was insane. Thank you. God damn. Okay.
Nice, Ruben.
Mr. Grant Gregory, what's on your reading list as of late?
Well, in a similar vein to Dave, I'm going for something a little bit weird and a bit goofy.
No,
what
it's
I've been
good. Go
reading
weird.
lately
Cool.
is
Awesome.
it's a spin-off of a movie that was turned into a comic. That's a spin-off of a comic, and the one I'm currently reading is called Biff to the Future. It's a story of Biff Tannen after he steals the DeLorean and goes around through time doing many shenanigans. It's very funny. It's very goofy.
Cool.
I just got onto that. Sorry.
Yeah,
Is that IDW or something, Grant? Or
yes, it's already shit or is it Boom? I haven't got it with me.
Well, they usually have all those the franchises,
Yeah.
the IPs. So I hadn't even heard of that one. I knew they were doing Back to the Future.
Yeah. Because it was they did the Back to the Future one. This is probably it's a fair few years now. But yeah, Biff to the Future. It's a great one. It's a similar style to when they did the Telltale game. When it comes to the drawings, just more of a thing. So it's not as like a realistic sort of thing, but it's just a lot of fun, silly shenanigans. It's pure Biff at Biff's best, and yeah, it's a story that technically could be in canon, but you never know. Like, he goes back in time, the Statue of Liberty changes to something else, and it's just the weird, crazy things. Dollars turn into a thing called Schmeckens or Schmeckles or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't understand time travel, so he says, "I'll just go back and change it again. I'll just change it again," and then it gets worse. And yeah, no, it's not old Biff, it's current 1985 Biff. So yeah,
excellent,
nice, dude, awesome. Nice. Well, Clobbrin, I mean, I know you're reading the Kirby run of the Eternals. Is there anything else that you're reading currently that's new or old, whatever?
Well, we're getting set to pretty soon, in the next couple of weeks. Our good buddy Max, who was not with us here tonight, but we're going to review Alan Moore's Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow Superman story. And just basically I've been rereading some going back and about to go some Astro Cities, but obviously, I've never shut up about that comic, so I'm always back to that. But I'm about to start rereading some of those again. It's been a while after I get done with Eternals. It's going to be an all Eternals this week, but I plan to do and of course, my Spinner Rack Time Machine comics. Some of the ones on that I'm trying to, do some little research on that. So no, mostly Eternals. I'm going to be rereading that Superman thing, like I just said, and then I'm going to be doing a deep dive on Astro City again, and probably do another stream about it.
All right, killer, dude, awesome. Damn, dude. So I want to ask you, since you've been rereading the Eternals as well, I mean, I assuming how far you've gotten thus far, wherever that may be, is there anything you appreciate more now reading the book on its own merits besides the art, like whether it's the characters or the stories, or anything you appreciate about it more now versus then?
Yes. I mean, but right now it's almost like never having read it because it was so long ago. And back then, when it first came on the rack in '76, I didn't pick it up. I was a Kirby fan, of course, but I was very young. Even I, as old as I was young. So I was always up to buy the superhero stuff. I was buying I'm just that kind of superhero geek. If it was a Superman title or a Fantastic Four. So I later started picking them up in quarter bins, and it's got to be since the early to mid '80s since I've ever read them all. So that's just, like reading them now. Obviously, I remember you're a different person 40 years later. So, aside from the art, which again is so easy to be impressed with, the ideas and just the concepts and the ideas are the things that really stick out at me now. And I go, wow. I mean, you might think it's no big deal now because there's 50 years under, where everything's been under the sun has been done. But at that time, no one was thinking that crazy outside of the box with with mythology and things like that, and him putting his own spin on mythology, which he'd already done a couple of times on some other types of things, mainly Thor, stuff like that. So the concepts, the ideas, that's what really. When I read it now, obviously, just having so much fun with the art, I could look at the pictures all day without even reading the captions and have a good time. But rereading it, his dialogue can be clunky. No question about it. But the story, and in particular, his concepts just are astounding to me. That really sticks with us. I'm going at the movie. First of all, if you don't get it visually right, that's a big problem. But if they don't even go into some of those ideas and concepts of his, it'll be a real shame. And that'll probably be the only Kirby you see is some of the ideas and none of the visuals.
Yes, no, I agree. Like the idea of the way of Kirby is like it is. I mean, you and I always stress about the whole like comics being a visual medium, but I feel like that's even more important for a guy like Jack Kirby because his style is is defined to a degree by how it looks visually because of how bright and colorful everything is. And when you see this story that's solely created, written, drawn, and edited by Jack, you get that preconceived notion, especially if you're a Kirby like knower, what it's supposed to look like visually. And you see this, it looks like something that came from the Snyder Cut. And you and I obviously have similar opinions on.
Please don't insult Kirby with Snyder.
That's where it's worse for me.
The filth of Snyder.
Yeah, we're seeing that, and I'm like, oh god, this looks like it's gonna be the Snyder Cut, but with Eternals instead. I'm like, and
it does look Snydery.
That is very antithetical right off the bat, cinematically, to the Kirby vision visually. It contradicts it heavily. Absolutely. And I'm like, they've already got that bat wrong right off the bat, and you can see it in the trailers. I've had some people say, "Oh, but you haven't seen the movie." I'm like, okay, go watch the Thor Ragnarok trailer. Go watch the Eternals trailer. Don't talk about the movies in general. Just talk about the trailers on their own merits. Right. The Thor Ragnarok trailer, as I've told you before, you can at least get the color. You can get the big scope of scenery. You don't get that when you watch Eternals. It looks like something that Zack Snyder and Chris Nolan made it over, and then they created the Eternals. And they said, "Hey, let's add the Marvel label to it since we're always
let's wash out the colors because no one likes colors."
Right, because color doesn't matter anymore, apparently. Which I don't get.
all those pesky dots around them using their powers, those are kind of annoying. Let's get rid of those as well.
Well, that's too silly. We don't like it's not realistic. Yeah, no, it's not. But here's another thing that always did stand out. I mean, that you mentioned is obviously the concepts, but the research and how well read he had to be to come up with all these things. Because it's so steeped in mythology, and yet he put his own spin on it. It's just phenomenal when you read it. Yes, some of the scripting is clunky, but when you read the ideas, like I said, the concepts, like I said, and just how much this thing goes into literature and Greek mythology and just all mythology, really, is just, and the science fiction concepts alone are phenomenal. Kirby was a creative force. It was just astonishing.
Mm-hmm. No, dude, I agree wholeheartedly, and it's just you see this, and the more you see what's being done with this movie, I don't even have like a deep skin in the game for Eternals, and I still feel the hurt and the shame over this property. Just saying that, so I can only imagine if there's somewhere out there's a diehard Eternals Kirby fan, how much more are they hurting just by saying this?
I'm there because now I've renewed love for it. Now it's making me really sicker about the movie, but and I'm going to hold it to Kirby standards. I don't care what anyone says.
No, I'm not hold it to Kirby standards because that is what you grew up with. That is what you're showed to be. What is the standard of what is? You take that away out of the medium, well, then it's not said product anymore. So don't change the standard just because others say so. And Manowar 665, Neighbor of the Beast, comes in for a very shocking and amazing 665, says, and I better not find you spent it all on Twix bars. Is that a challenge, Manowar? Is that a challenge?
I think that's in reference to their Twix commercial.
Yeah. Probably.
Oh, I've not seen it. So I'll have to check it out.
They'll ruin candy for you.
It's not good.
It takes a lot to ruin things for me.
It's not as weird as the gay Dorito ghost chips or the ghost flavored gay Dorito chips. I'm not too sure.
I heard a little bit about that.
Hold on, did Twix virtue signal?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
They kill a kid in the commercial.
I'd rather not watch that.
It was really disturbing. It was truly disgusting, really, to be honest.
That's scary.
Well, they figured that since you're already eating Doritos, we might as well go ahead and speed up the process and show you the inevitable conclusion of consuming this product.
Oh God, I just don't want to know. All right, I got some comments here, and Mr. Rubin says at me, of course, in the dark moments when I'm very ill, you all help me feel better. Dude, meeting you in Vegas was a blast. Everyone here is genuine and humble, but we party. We rock. And dude, we do rock. I'll say that with confidence and conviction. And thank you. It was awesome meeting you, man. And I look forward to doing it again, preferably sooner, much, much, much rather than later. And then Dark Shadow Logan here says, what is amazing, back then creativity and imagination was flowing everywhere in comics and books. Where now even when they rip off classic material already created, they destroy it, recreating it, which is true. They absolutely do. Absolutely. Yeah, and that's a shame, and that is all for guys like Clobberin, J-Man, Mark D, and I. That's why maybe doing something like this review next week is almost, dare I say, important, because we need to show you why this visual medium matters as far as source material goes. Especially like we say that phrase a lot, but I feel like this movie is the most relevant proof of that because of the Kirby vision. So that's what's going to be going on next week. Clobbering Times' channel. Yes. This is me saying we're going to be wrapping up. I'll do a quick plug. I've got a few videos on the way I'll have out next week. I'm going to read the Sunsworn. I'll probably have a review on that next week. And, of course, the Clobbering. We'll be doing a lot of Eternals reviewing. And, of course, I yell at Park Cars with Sir Comics Division as well. So that's where I will be at next week between my channel and other channels. And I'm going to let Mr. Grant Gregory plug in his channel. Sir, plug away, my friend. What do you got coming up?
Tomorrow I'm on the dump, and then on Monday I'm on Yelling at Park Cars. We're doing a cryptocurrency based stream, so that should be pretty good. Definitely, if you get a chance, go check out George Molo, my internet big brother. He got another video of Dune. I got to say it the way that you guys like it, a Dune review, and it's great. It's For a guy who's on his second video, he seems like he's been doing it for 30 years. So yeah, do that. Check us out, and just have fun.
Awesome, dude. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate your time as always. It's great to have you on. I'll be adding you to our little group chat. So it's a pleasure as always, sir. Yeah, you've made it.
I'm a regular now.
I know you're a regular. And now for David, sir, do you got anything you want to plug in?
No, Nick, just thanks again for having me. I don't have an official YouTube channel just yet. I'm trying to avoid it so I don't have to do these reviews like I was saying before. But I did have a quick question. Is Eternals going to be streaming and released at the same time or just in the movie?
Theatrical only.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
They learned their lesson.
It'll be interesting to see how that works out. But just thanks for being here as always, Ironcaster, Clobberin, Grant Gregory. It was nice hanging out with you guys as always.
Pleasure, buddy. Great to meet you.
All right, Ironcaster.
Well, of course, you can find me over on my channel, Ironcaster. It's down here. Give it a little love.
Give it a little love. You heard the man.
Guys, I hit a milestone for myself in the past week. I just hit 150 subscribers.
All right,
nice. 100.
Woo!
And so tomorrow you can find me over on the Weekend Geek on T-Shirt Historians. And tomorrow night I'll be over with 540 Studios, where we're going to be doing a little dive into The Crow, talking about that for Halloween.
Oof. There you go.
Nice, dude.
And before finally, one last thing, just for you, Dave.
Yes.
Since you pulled out your spawn, gotta pull out mine.
Oh, you want to go there, Ironcaster? Okay, hold on.
Spawn off.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
It's a spawn off.
It's a spawn off.
Oh.
That's what he said. That's a spawn off.
I had to get the crowdfunded spawn that Todd did over on Kickstarter. Look at this. He's got metal chains.
Quick, Colby, get out your Mike Tyson and show him up.
Hey, there, I can kick his butt. I would bite his ear off.
Oh my god!
McFarlane Toys has really lost it though. They have a Peacemaker from the Suicide Squad. I saw it the other day at the Target, and he doesn't have the helmet.
They also don't have guns.
That helmet's the most important thing about Peacemaker. That was the best part. What's wrong with these people?
So, right, that is a problem. If you don't have a helmet for Peacemaker, that is a problem. I agree. Wholeheartedly agree. All right, David Serta, show it off before I...
I don't know if you got that one, the hanging one.
Oh, my goodness.
It actually comes with the cape and also that one there.
Oh, that's a bit racist, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Oh, it is. Right. Oh.
No, I didn't make
this guy.
You racist. I'm coming to beat you up.
Give me ease.
Wow. All right. And now to Eric Cartman himself. Plug away, Eric.
I don't know who he is, but I would kick his butt.
Oh, sorry. All right. Thank you, buddy, for having me. Appreciate it. It's great. Finally, great to meet you, David. And always great to see you, Grant.
Yes,
My old buddy, Ironcaster. Always great to see all of you. And of course, hail to Pablo and Fenrir. It's been a lot of fun. Saturday night, Star Trek, 9 p.m. Central. Tomorrow night, 4 more episodes reviewing all of Real Trek, which is going to take us years, but with my wonderful First Officer Raquel, having a wonderful time doing that. Monday night's probably just going to be an open comic stream because I was too lazy to come up with a topic, because we're looking at some overloads of topic next week, as you know, Nicholas. Wednesday night, reviewing Kirby's Eternals, meaning Eternals. The comic, of course, all 19 issues and the annual. Mm-hmm. And then that night, the next day, the Global Geek Gang shall gather Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Then Clobby's Clubhouse that same night, 9 p.m. Central. That will be after the Mark D and I have destroyed our eyeballs with that movie. We'll talk about it a little bit, but we'll save the big review for Friday night, a Friday night Clobber Time special What time is it? Go for like 6 Central. And of course, the great J-Man will be there. J-Man's a good dude. I don't know if you've ever met him, Nicholas. Great channel.
I have not. I can't wait to meet him. I'm excited.
Nice
I'm excited to meet
cool
him.
Dude, cool Canadian dude. He and his buddies, I think we became buds because he's like us. He just likes to have fun and talk geek stuff. And, it's just really just cool dude. And I like him a lot. He came on once before. We talked about the movie Dread when I was giving it another chance and it failed. And anyway. And Mark D with a C, of course, my chief engineer, and your good self. Friday reviewing Marvel Studios' Spurbles.
Well, Clobberin, we're gonna have a wild wait together next week. Buckle up. And it's gonna be eternal, but we will get past this, my friend. Thank you, as always. We will get through this, and that's why we need to unify together more than ever, so we can get through this together. All right, I guess I'll plug. Oh, hold on. What do you got, Ironcaster?
I was just gonna say Happy Halloween to everyone.
Yeah, Happy Halloween, everyone. All right,
good point.
Yeah, true. Have a great Halloween, everyone. Eat candy. If you're straight edge, enjoy water. Water's great. Hydration is key. I got water right over here too. Yes, there's more to my life than just alcohol. I love water too. I see Dark Shadow Logan here saying, "Great stream, guys. Thank you, Dark Shadow Logan. Dark Shadow, thank you for tuning in again. As I know you always tune in whenever you can. I appreciate that. TZ Canadian.
Absolutely.
All these lockdowns brought me to YouTube. Thank you, Mr. Tickle Trunk. Good night, Man Award. Good night to you, guys. Thank you for coming in, hanging out, making Friday Night Comic Shop Talk a success. And I know it's saying a lot because once again there's FNT, which obviously wrapped by now, but the point being is that there's tons to do on Friday night, and especially on Halloween weekend. You guys are spending that time with us. Pop Culture Republic fun stream. Thank you, D-Bud. Happy Halloween to you, sir. Thank you for spending your time with us. Seriously, I appreciate that. I know your 2 hours spending with us. Ruben, D-Bud, Dark, everyone, you guys are awesome. I appreciate it, and just remember, like, this stuff doesn't go unnoticed. Every single time someone shows it, I try to give them acknowledgement because you guys deserve it, and you take time out of your lives. Granted, even if it is the lockdown era, there's still plenty of things you can be doing rather than listening to a bunch of guys geek out. But the fact that you happen to listen to that and enjoy it is freaking awesome. So I thank you all. I appreciate the chat, and, of course, all my panelists. And yes, there are many fantastic YouTubers, so many good ones, and embrace as many of them as you can. And the pleasure's mine, Ruben. But hey, Philbo, there he is. I was creeping in the BG, but great show, dude. Hey, thank you, Philbo. Thank you. You guys have a good night, and we're gonna do that classic part where we cue the music while Ironcaster shows off his thing real quick, and then we're gonna sound up the music. Oh yeah, show that cover.
Wrap around.
No, Dark Shadow, you are awesome. Good night.
Yeah, buddy, you are.
Good fight. We'll see you all next Friday. I'll be eternally reviewing Eternals. Who knows? Maybe we'll bring it to here after Club. We'll see. We'll see how ambitious we want to get. Until then, we're gonna cue the music. Good night. Good fight. And na 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 na. Hey.